Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is K.T Fashion Designe. I will show you how to make this beautiful gorgeous bralette short gown. And if you are for the first time coming across my channel, you are welcome. Please do subscribe to my channel, like, share, turn on your notification bells for more up-to-date videos. So let's dive right into this tutorial now guys. As you can see here before me guys, I have this beautiful satin fabric and this gorgeous black material. I have my tape measurement, my chart, and my scissors. So guys, in no further delay, let's dive right into the cutting and sewing of this bralette top. The first thing that I will be doing here, this is my two piece of fabric. The length of this dress is 53 inches. So 53 inches subtract from my half length waist, which is 17 inches. So that will give me, for my skirt length is 36 inches plus 1 extra inches, that is 37 inches. So I go ahead to cut out two pieces of this fabric, and I'm gonna go ahead to show you the next step. So now guys, as you can see, I go ahead to fold my fabric into two this way, and I'm gonna fold it again into four for my bralette. So guys, this is my folded edge. So to get my cup for the bralette circumferences, my bust circumferences is 42 inches divided by 4, that give me 10.5 inches, and I'm going to add 1 extra inches to that, so that 10.5 inches plus 1 inches, that will give me 11.5 inches. So I'm going to make a circle for my bralette. So I'm going to mark 11.5 inches this way around. So ensure that you put the tip of the measuring tape at the folded edge. Go ahead to mark that circle right around that 11.5 inches, straight around like this. Okay, so I am having this beautiful cup. This is, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. Yes, that's what it's gonna be looking like. So let's dive right into the other. I'm going to go ahead to mark 1.5 inches this way on this line. And then I'm going to come up. For my underbust is 14 inches this way. And I'm going, and for my waistline, I'm going to mark 17 inches. And I'm going to go ahead and add 1.5 extra inches to that, and I'm just going to go ahead and add an extra 1/2 inch for my cutting allowance. From the center fold, I'm just going to come in 2.5 inches. I'm just going to make an empire on the bust curve. This can go in with your French curve like this. And so now for my waist measurement, so my waist is 40 inches divided by 4, that will give me 10 inches, and I'm going to add 1 extra inches to that, so that will give me 11 inches. This is my 1 inches. Just gonna come up 1/2 inch this way for my cuttings for my empire underbust. Okay, like this, and I have 2 pieces of it. Okay, I'm gonna open it up this way, and this is what it's looking like. So now guys, to cut my belt, I'm going to use my empire Okay, for the side panel of my empire waistband, I'm going to measure it. So I have 5.5 inches. I'm going to just subtract 1 extra inches to that, so that will give me 4.5 inches. I'm just going to put that aside. So this measures the belt that I have here is 25 inches long. Okay, to cut out 4 pieces of this band, okay, this belt. And I'm going to measure the width here 4.5 inches this way, and I'm going to place it on 4 like this. This is how I'm going to cut in 2 pieces to this and 2 pieces for the other part this way. Okay, so I'm going to have 4 in all. So I have my 4.5 inches this way, and then I'm going to cut out a band. So now guys, basically I'm going to go ahead to, for my strap for my cup, I'm going to fold it into 2 and stitch it down. So okay guys, as you can see, I have my under waist empire here, and I have 2 of them, and I also have my strap and my elastic. I'm going to use my elastic further down, and then I have my loops. I'm going to attach my loops, and I also have my cup. Okay, so I go ahead to place interfacing on it just to give it a structure on this. But I'm just going to go ahead to attach my, I'm going to place one of my strap this way inside it this way. Okay, this is my strap. Place it this way like so, and I'm gonna stitch it down. So I'm gonna go ahead to do for the both of them this way. Show you what next. So now guys, I go ahead to give it a stitch around the sides, and then I go ahead to notch all the corners right around, and turn it over this way. Okay, shape it this way. So now guys, I'm just gonna go ahead to gather it up with my needle and thread, and then you can actually go ahead to use your machine and run a straight stitch through it, and then you draw it up and gather it up. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and then come back to show you what next. So now guys, as you can see, I go ahead to use my thread and needle, and I gather it up this way. Okay, I gather it so it give it that rush this way. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm just going to overlap this, going to stitch it down about 1 inch overlap. Okay, so I'm going to mark that 1 inch this way and lap it this way, and I'm going to go ahead just to tack it down, and then I'm going to show you what next. So now guys, as you can see, I rushed it off with my thread, and I'm going to find the midpoint, which is my bralette. So this is where my marking is. I'm going to open it up this way. So here I come in with my waist empire waistband, and I find the midpoint here, and I notched it. So this is the notch guys. I notched both of them. So what I'm going to do is to mark 1 inch on the empire and 1 inch on the opposite side this way. I go ahead to mark 1 inch on both sides. So I'm going to place this right side facing right side, find the midpoint here, and then I'm going to go ahead to stitch it straight across, stop, and then I ensure that I go ahead to open the bra straight out to this 1 inch line here like this. Together, ensure that I open up do opposite the same this way, and then I'm gonna, and this is what it will be looking like. So I'm gonna go ahead to do that and then show you what next. So guys, this is what I have. So this is a back panel, and also this is a front panel. So I'm just gonna go ahead and open it up this way. So I'm gonna place my loop on both sides. On this side, on the opposite side this way.
pocket on this 1 inch line. The next step, I'm going to go ahead and attach them. And also I'm going to do the opposite side. I'm going to stitch it this way. So I'm going to close it up this way and stitch it across, and I'm going to go ahead and do the opposite, the same side, and stitch it across this way, and then I'm going to show you what it's looking like.
To come in with my donor part, gather it up this way. You can use a thread and just gathering it up this way. I'm going to stitch it at the front panel this way, and for the next piece, for the back panel, I'm just going to go ahead and fold in half an inch this way, fold it again. I'm going to insert in my elastic. I'm going to make a casing for the back panel, and for my elastic I'm going to go ahead to measure my elastic. This is my casing for my elastic, so I'm going to run my elastic thread through this for the back panel here, and then I'm going to hem up my hemming. So for the front now, guys, I'm going to go ahead now to attach my front, and then I'm going to show you what next, and then I'm going to stitch both front and back together, and then I'm going to show you the result of this. So guys, this is the back panel of my dress, and I'm going to go ahead to insert in my elastic this way. Okay, and this is what I'm going to be having at the back panel of my dress, and I'm going to stitch both sides down, and I'm going to attach it so that this is the beauty of it, guys. This is what it will be looking like. So guys, I'm going to go ahead now to put a split in the middle. So what I'm going to do is to find my midpoint, which is my nipple to nipple, which is 4 inches, and I'm going to make a mark and split it out, and I'm going to show you how to make that lovely split at the front panel of my dress. And this is what it will be looking like. Very gorgeous, very beautiful. So now guys, I'm going to go ahead and just hem up the area of this panel here, and then I'm going to show you what it will be looking like on my mannequin. So let's This is my beautiful final finished product, guys. If you're loving it, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bells, more up-to-date videos. This is beautiful, guys. So guys, I will see you in my next video. Bye for now, and thanks for watching.